The story opens with an introduction to the Golden Playhouse special feature, where the Midnight Venus, Trisha, presents an intriguing tale. A mysterious rumor suggests that dying in a dream without waking up before landing leads to actual death. The feature introduces Katherine Full Body, described as an unconventional romantic horror with a mature flavor. The narrative centers on Vincent Brooks, a 32-year-old kind-hearted man who begins experiencing terrifying nightmares. His life becomes complicated by temptations and an unexpected encounter. The story promises to challenge Vincent with significant obstacles, with multiple possible outcomes depending on the choices made. The nightmare sequence begins with Vincent finding himself in a mysterious and dangerous location, trying to escape through various paths. A cryptic message suggests this is just the beginning of a series of nightly challenges, with special preparations awaiting behind the next door. In the waking world, Vincent struggles to maintain his normal life, attending work meetings despite being distracted and unwell. His colleagues notice his unusual behavior and spacing out. A conversation about overtime pay reveals his dedication to work without additional compensation. A significant discussion about dreams and death occurs, followed by a crucial conversation about relationships and marriage. The topic of long-term commitment arises, with concerns about comfort versus progression in relationships. Different perspectives on marriage and finding soulmates are explored. News emerges about mysterious deaths affecting young men, including someone named Paul, who was found dead in his room. This creates tension and unease among friends discussing the incidents. The conversation shifts to personal experiences with nightmares and unusual occurrences. The narrative introduces additional characters, including Erica and Wren, the latter being an amnesiac who recently obtained a job. The situation involves a mysterious stalker, adding another layer of intrigue to the story. Vincent receives appreciation from Wren for his help in finding employment and accommodation. The story returns to the nightmare realm, where Vincent encounters mysterious sheep-like beings. He learns that anyone who sees this place is condemned to return every night. The only hope for survival lies in climbing to reach a bell tower, though success is not guaranteed. Those who panic face certain death. A supernatural entity, acting as a supervisor of the nightmare world, appears, forcing Vincent to answer questions about his life and relationships. The entity hints that someone Vincent knows is responsible for bringing him to this realm, suggesting deeper mysteries yet to be revealed. A mysterious sequence begins with probing questions about personal values and views on marriage. The setting is revealed to be an 8th-floor chapel in a state of flux. There are warnings about taking things for granted and ominous predictions about unprecedented future events. The atmosphere is tense and uncertain as pressing matters demand immediate attention. A dramatic chase sequence unfolds with someone or something pursuing the protagonist. There are mentions of Katherine and the Queen of Fists of Brunch. The scene is chaotic and intense, with urgent commands not to die and desperate attempts to escape. After a harrowing chase, there appears to be temporary relief. The scene shifts to a more intimate memory involving burnt bacon and casual conversation about health and eating habits. There are playful exchanges about weight gain and vegetable consumption. The memory serves as a stark contrast to the current situation and prompts reflection on what could be lost. A discussion about marriage and commitment ensues, questioning traditional views. The conversation reveals surprising perspectives about freedom versus commitment, particularly regarding women who don't immediately seek marriage. The dialogue challenges typical gender expectations about relationship dynamics. An intimate encounter unfolds after a night of drinking, leading to awkward conversations and revelations about first-time experiences. The situation becomes complicated when it's revealed one party is already in a relationship. The encounter is marked by confusion, guilt, and mixed emotions. Discussion about past relationships and hot streaks with dating emerges. Friends debate the nature of commitment, marriage, and casual relationships. There is tension between different lifestyle choices and relationship philosophies, along with growing anxiety about potential consequences of recent actions. The setting shifts to a bar where rumors circulate about a woman's wrath targeting unfaithful men. The conversation becomes heated when discussing cheating, with various characters expressing strong opinions. The protagonist faces increasing pressure as personal matters become public discussion topics. A new character named Wren is introduced as a piano player at the bar. Despite an imperfect performance, she receives encouragement. The situation becomes more complex as it's revealed Wren has amnesia and may be dealing with a stalker, adding another layer to the unfolding narrative. A mysterious correlation exists between Vincent's drinking and movement speed in his nightmares. During a conversation about relationships, concerns arise about a curse targeting unfaithful men, potentially connected to recent mysterious deaths, including someone named Paul. The group discusses maintaining watch over a person named Wren while expressing worry about the curse known as woman's wrath. The conversation shifts to discussing a police report filed regarding Wren and plans to let her stay at their location. Warnings are exchanged about not pursuing romantic involvement with her. The discussion returns to the curse affecting cheating men, though some express skepticism about its validity. Wren expresses gratitude for the opportunity to play piano at the establishment called Stray Sheep. The conversation touches on marriage prospects and concerns about a stalker, though Wren appears unconcerned. The topic shifts back to infidelity and its consequences. Discussions continue about hiring decisions and recent news coverage of mysterious deaths. There are speculations about these deaths being connected to a curse that affects unfaithful men. The conversation includes philosophical observations about gender differences in relationship perspectives. A scene unfolds involving confusion over drink orders at the bar, particularly regarding wine service. This is followed by a tense phone conversation with Katherine, who expresses a need to have an in-person discussion, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty. The narrative shifts to a surreal nightmare sequence in a torture chamber setting. Wren appears unexpectedly, playing piano, which seems to have a mysterious effect on the environment. The piano music appears to stop the ground from crumbling, suggesting supernatural properties. A mysterious figure appears, discussing roles and asking probing questions about personal matters. The figure mentions that memories of these events cannot be carried into the real world, establishing this as some form of controlled dream space. Wren continues playing piano during a dangerous situation, with the music providing calming effects for others present. Wren experiences a memory breakthrough while playing, recalling positive family experiences, suggesting the piano might be key to recovering lost memories. The sequence transitions to exploring past memories, particularly focusing on youthful experiences and relationships. A complex situation develops involving confusion over names, particularly between Katherine and another person, leading to an awkward romantic encounter. A tense conversation unfolds between two people discussing their feelings. One person confesses to liking the other, while Vincent reluctantly admits finding them cute. When pressed further, Vincent expresses admiration and jealousy for their free-spirited lifestyle. The conversation takes an unexpected turn when commitment and fidelity are brought up. The discussion shifts dramatically when pregnancy is announced. Vincent responds with mixed emotions, claiming happiness while appearing uncertain. He talks about taking responsibility and settling down, but his hesitation is evident. The moment is interrupted by an unexpected phone call that creates obvious tension. The conversation moves to practical matters of potential parenthood. Topics include maternity leave, work arrangements, household responsibilities, and financial management. There is discussion about lifestyle changes, including smoking cessation and spending habits. Vincent appears increasingly uncomfortable with these future plans. The scene transitions to a different setting where Vincent discusses personal treasures and collections with Wren. They share a meaningful conversation about individual values and the importance of personal choice. The dialogue reveals themes of authenticity and resistance to societal pressures. The setting changes to a cafe where friends discuss Vincent's complicated situation. They debate the implications of marriage, parenthood, and responsibility. The conversation covers various lifestyle changes that come with settling down, including restrictions on personal freedom and leisure activities. The discussion broadens to include philosophical perspectives on relationships and human nature. Topics range from infidelity to same-sex relationships, with various viewpoints expressed. The conversation reveals societal attitudes and personal beliefs about love and commitment. The dialogue concludes with reflections on life choices, timing, and inevitability. Financial concerns about future planning are discussed, alongside observations about how life rarely follows expected paths. The revelation of Vincent's infidelity adds complexity to his current situation involving pregnancy and potential marriage. A conversation unfolds about an unexpected pregnancy and relationship milestones. Someone has recently discovered their partner, Katherine, is pregnant, leading to discussions about marriage and celebration plans. Though the pregnancy isn't completely confirmed yet, the news brings mixed emotions and contemplation about the future. A deep conversation about identity and memory occurs. The discussion touches on forgetting things and finding comfort in music. The topic shifts to food, with mentions of a restaurant with an eccentric chef whose food they now purchase and reheat, since the boss can no longer cook due to hip problems. The scene moves to a bar where marriage is discussed philosophically. Someone expresses cynical views about marriage, calling it a method to subdue love through torture. Another perspective is shared, suggesting the key to a successful marriage is spending minimal time together. The setting changes dramatically to a surreal scenario called the Inquisition, where punishment awaits sinners. A character who was formerly a police officer struggles with memory issues and encounters mysterious sheep-like figures. A meaningful connection develops with a pianist. A flashback reveals the beginning of a romance, showing an innocent meeting after a reunion. The scene demonstrates how relationships can change over time, leading to current complications and memory gaps that cause confusion and distress. Tension rises when a long strand of hair is discovered, leading to intense questioning about potential infidelity. A threatening confrontation ensues, with ultimatums about dying or killing, though it eventually diffuses when trust is tentatively restored. A chaotic scene unfolds with someone locked outside while another person hides inside. Excuses about a landlady and a sleeping boss are made, creating a web of deception that becomes increasingly complicated to maintain. The situation reaches a critical point with confirmation of pregnancy news. Multiple relationships appear to be intertwining, including mentions of someone who recently moved in and plays piano at a bar. Internal struggle intensifies as temptation battles with responsibility. A complex situation unfolds in a restroom setting with someone appearing distressed and seeking privacy. The scene suggests tension and anxiety around a delicate personal matter, though the exact nature remains unclear. The atmosphere is tense, with interruptions from others. A serious conversation takes place between friends about an unplanned pregnancy situation. One party is juggling relationships and facing difficult choices. The friend offers advice, comparing life choices to wasabi sushi, suggesting embracing the complexity rather than avoiding it. The discussion reveals internal conflict between emotional and logical decisions. The conversation shifts to recent mysterious incidents, including the death of an elderly neighbor who passed away with an unsettling expression. This death is connected to recent news stories, suggesting a pattern of unusual events. The friends discuss plans for the evening, with one needing to work overtime. A confrontation occurs involving a piano player named Wren being harassed by an aggressive individual. Someone intervenes to defend Wren, leading to a philosophical exchange about personal change and helping others. The interaction reveals deeper connections between the characters and hints at a mysterious shared past. News of a pregnancy is confirmed via email, causing internal turmoil for someone involved in multiple relationships. The scene transitions to reminiscing about high school days, revealing long-standing connections between the characters and how their lives have evolved since then. A bar conversation explores themes of loneliness, marriage, and life choices. Strange nightmares are mentioned as a growing concern in the community. The discussion is interrupted by a call from Katherine, expressing worry about recent behavioral changes. The narrative returns to Wren and the earlier confrontation, exploring the positive impact they have had on each other's lives. This leads to reflection on personal growth and the challenges of honesty in relationships. Internal struggle continues about ongoing deception. The scene shifts to a challenging climb in cold conditions at a location called the Quadrangle. Wren shares a traumatic experience of witnessing someone fall, leading to discussions about control and helplessness. A mysterious figure poses questions about personality and texting behavior. An emotional encounter reveals increasing disappearances and personal doubts about ability to help others. The conversation provides mutual encouragement and recognition of personal growth through their connection. Discussion emphasizes the importance of looking past appearances to see inner worth. A warning is issued about the pianist hiding a significant secret, leading to a philosophical question about accepting a lover's secrets. The scene concludes with cryptic statements about piano performance affecting fate and opening new possibilities for those who listen. A tense and chaotic situation unfolds, involving pursuit by a mysterious bride figure in a wedding dress. The scene is filled with panic and urgency as someone tries to escape while encountering various threatening elements, including mentions of doom and death. The atmosphere is nightmarish and surreal. A dramatic phone call reveals a complex relationship situation. Steve, claiming to be Katherine's boyfriend, confronts the protagonist about their relationship with Katherine. The conversation becomes heated, with threats being made, leading to confusion about who's being deceived in this apparent love triangle. A late-night encounter occurs where someone appears distressed. The scene involves borrowed pajamas from Erica and an intimate moment with declarations of love. However, the protagonist seems uncomfortable and makes excuses to leave, suggesting underlying tension in the relationship. A confrontation about Steve leads to denials and confusion. Katherine claims no knowledge of Steve, suggesting either deception or misunderstanding. The protagonist struggles internally with thoughts of cheating and relationship complications, trying to maintain composure while processing this information. Friends discuss the relationship drama, offering perspectives on potential cheating. The conversation touches on themes of guilt, selfishness, and the complexity of maintaining relationships. The atmosphere is heavy with judgment and emotional turmoil. The scene shifts to a bar where Wren, a pianist, has gained popularity. Friends discuss her improved playing and a supposed good luck charm involving her videos. The mood lightens with social media trends and superstitions about relationship fixing through sharing her performances. The narrative takes another turn as someone reveals telling their mother about Erica, suggesting a new relationship development. Meanwhile, internal struggles continue about Katherine and potential cheating, with friends offering advice about breaking up and facing the truth. The conversation reveals backstory about Erica, including past trauma and a period where she disappeared. The scene ends with discussion about relationships and work life, particularly focusing on Toby and his career progress with bike customization. A conversation unfolds about a pianist who has gained local fame for their performances at a venue. A previously disruptive customer returned to apologize for their behavior, claiming the pianist's music had a transformative effect on them. This feeds into rumors about the performer being known as the pianist of happiness. Several people expressed distress about troubling dreams and the death of a boss. The atmosphere becomes tense as someone mentions suspicious activity and questions about a person named Katherine arise. There are implications of deception and potential consequences for lying. The scene shifts to a clock tower setting where participants face a series of trials and questions meant to judge their lives. The questions seem designed to test moral character and honesty, with participants debating whether to answer truthfully or choose socially acceptable responses. The focus returns to the pianist, whose playing has notably improved. They attribute this growth to emotional experiences and love. Meanwhile, there are discussions about trust and sanity among sheep-like figures, with some having lost their grip on reality. Personal struggles emerge involving nightmares, relationships, and self-worth. A touching moment occurs between two characters, with one expressing gratitude for support during difficult times. The scene becomes emotional as past trauma involving a mother is revealed. A warning is issued about impending changes and crucial decisions that could dramatically affect the future. The pianist is mentioned as being central to these upcoming events. The challenge involves facing uncertainty and fear while making important choices. A sequence of memories reaches its conclusion, focusing on a developing romance. The situation becomes complex, with discussions of relationships, breakfast plans, and potential girlfriend status. This marks a significant turning point in the narrative. The scene concludes with a confusing interaction involving cake, ants, and conflicting accounts of plans and meetings. There is evident confusion about movie dates and prior conversations, suggesting memory issues or possible deception. The situation builds to a confrontation about unspoken revelations. A tense conversation unfolds about someone named Steve. When questioned about knowing anyone by that name, there is confusion and denial, except for mentioning a friend's newborn son. The persistent questioning about Steve creates an uncomfortable atmosphere, suggesting there may be hidden meanings or secrets involved. The discussion shifts to strange text messages being received that do not make sense. There are clear signs of someone hiding information and struggling to maintain composure while keeping up appearances. The conversation becomes increasingly strained as questions about potential deception arise. A heated exchange occurs regarding a case of mistaken identity involving someone named Katherine. One party is going through a divorce and appears emotionally distressed about Katherine suddenly entering and leaving their life. The conversation ends abruptly with confusion on both sides. A shocking revelation occurs when Vincent discovers Wren is actually male, leading to an awkward encounter. Vincent struggles internally with this discovery, questioning his own perceptions and feelings. This causes immediate tension between them. Katherine arrives wanting to discuss something important, but the timing conflicts with Vincent's urgent need to find Wren. Despite Katherine's apparent important matter, Vincent chooses to prioritize finding Wren, promising to talk later. An emotional confrontation occurs where Wren confesses their love for Vincent. Wren expresses having developed feelings since their first meeting, but kept quiet due to Vincent's relationship status. They share touching moments about their time together before Wren suggests parting ways. Friends discuss Vincent's situation at a bar, debating the implications of Wren's gender revelation and confession. The conversation explores themes of acceptance and genuine connection beyond physical appearances. Vincent begins questioning his own feelings deeply. Vincent has an internal struggle, trying to understand his feelings for Wren, contemplating whether their connection transcends friendship. He realizes Wren accepts him completely, without societal pressures, leading to an important personal revelation about love. The narrative takes an observational turn, noting Vincent's decision to pursue his feelings for Wren rather than choosing between previous options. The situation is described as just beginning, with many possibilities ahead for understanding and developing their relationship. A tense conversation unfolds about concerning deaths of cheaters, causing anxiety about potential consequences. The discussion shifts to a revelation about falling for someone named Wren, with the speaker explaining it wasn't about gender, but rather the person. A friend offers support and suggests having a drink to process things. The conversation turns serious as the protagonist plans to be honest with Katherine about everything. Their friend commends their determination while noting their tendency to be flaky, but acknowledges their unwavering resolve once committed to a decision. The discussion reveals internal struggles with relationship complications. The scene transitions to reflections on emotional challenges and shows of courage. A supportive friend offers to be there for discussions, encouraging embrace of feelings for Wren. The setting shifts to a spiral corridor, described as a holy passage to a cathedral. References to a piano player emerge as a source of courage and motivation for survival. The conversation explores themes of choice and transformation, leading to a series of philosophical questions about personal preferences and life decisions within a mysterious tower-like setting. The dialogue reveals progress toward a cathedral on the 8th floor, representing freedom and an end to current trials. The protagonist expresses determination to gain the freedom to love freely, demonstrating unwavering resolve despite mounting challenges. A dramatic encounter occurs with someone named Steve Dillam, a dentist, leading to revelations about curses and betrayal. The situation becomes increasingly tense as connections between mysterious deaths and relationship choices become clearer. The narrative shifts to discussions of recurring nightmares and memory difficulties. News breaks about the death of Steve Dillam, connecting real-world events to earlier dream encounters. The deceased is revealed to have been involved in infidelity. The protagonist processes the connection between dreams and reality while contemplating relationship decisions. Plans form to end things with the other person and confess everything to Katherine, accepting responsibility for actions and prepared to face consequences, including potential financial obligations. A tense conversation unfolds about facing difficult consequences. One individual expresses anxiety about potentially fatal repercussions, while another jokingly offers to help dispose of evidence, highlighting the gravity of the situation through dark humor. A group discusses Vincent's concerning state before the conversation shifts to someone bragging about losing their virginity to Erica. The individual notes something felt unusual about the experience, but can't quite explain what. The discussion then turns to Johnny's absence and everyone feeling unusually tired. A relationship conversation reveals one person has been seeing someone else while trying to escape reality. Despite offers to maintain a non-exclusive relationship, they insist on staying faithful, eventually revealing they have a child with another person. This leads to an immediate breakup. A brief phone conversation occurs where both parties have difficult news to share. One person confirms they are not pregnant before arranging to meet in person the next morning for a more detailed discussion. Vincent experiences relief from nightmares, but worries about Wren's absence and lack of communication. The temporary peace is interrupted by strange noises suggesting Wren's return, leading to a shocking revelation of betrayal and murderous intentions. A violent confrontation erupts involving multiple parties wielding weapons, including an axe. The situation escalates with threats and attempts at murder, driven by jealousy and betrayal over romantic relationships. A frantic chase sequence occurs up a staircase during a nightmare. Despite injuries, the characters push forward trying to reach safety. The pursuit ends tragically with one character sacrificing themselves after expressing gratitude for hearing true feelings. The nightmare sequence transitions to reality, where Katherine arrives for their planned talk. She reveals she was never pregnant and initiates a breakup, suggesting it's best for both parties. The conversation ends with the revelation that Vincent's new love interest isn't a woman. Discussion about Wren's disappearance and mysterious deaths leads to questioning whether recent events were dreams or reality. Concerns grow about mixing up dreams with actual events. A confrontation with a mysterious figure named Thomas Mutton reveals a sinister plot involving population control through manipulated nightmares. The scheme targets uncommitted couples, with Mutton explaining his role in Wren's disappearance and setting up a final confrontation. The initial scene shows people playing games and having casual conversation. Someone mentions getting a lead on Wren, while others are engaged in lighthearted banter about taking it easy and having fun with games. A tense conversation occurs about controlling nightmares, with one party making ominous statements about it being the last nightmare. Vincent expresses determination to bring back someone important, showing confidence despite concerns from others. The scene shifts to a more intimate gathering where friends are spending time together. There's discussion about Wren and appreciation for their friendship. The atmosphere is bittersweet as they reflect on cherishing these moments together. A personal conversation reveals relationship developments involving Katherine and feelings of honesty. The discussion touches on love, courage, and dealing with complicated emotions. There's also mention of a special connection with Wren. The setting changes dramatically to a cathedral where a confrontation begins. The protagonist arrives searching for Wren, leading to a tense exchange with an antagonistic figure named Mutton. The situation becomes increasingly hostile. A mysterious entity presents challenges and questions about love and survival. The conversation reveals this is part of a larger trial, with the protagonist showing determination to overcome whatever obstacles lie ahead. An entity named Astero reveals itself as a god watching from above. The scene includes cryptic dialogue about trials and survival, setting up more challenging obstacles to come. The trials continue with increasing difficulty. Questions about attraction and personal nature are posed, revealing this as a place where sinners are tested. The protagonist faces accusations about being tainted by desires. The climbing challenges intensify, with the protagonist showing exceptional skill. The trials become more personal, focusing on love, determination, and self-discovery. Each stage reveals more about the nature of these tests. The story reveals deeper lore about Thomas Mutton, now known as Dumuzid, who became a legend and transformed from human to divine being. This sets up for a crucial confrontation. A climactic battle begins with Mutton, who promises a difficult challenge. The protagonist remains focused on rescuing Wren, leading to intense action sequences and dramatic confrontations. The ordeal culminates in an emotional reunion with Wren. Past relationship complications are addressed, including a previous breakup and revelations about memories. The scene ends with deep emotional significance about love transcending conventional boundaries. A deeply emotional conversation unfolds between two people, with one confessing to running away in the past. They express mutual acceptance and a desire to build a future together based on what is in their hearts. This tender moment of connection shows two people finding understanding in each other despite past struggles. A heated confrontation erupts between two opposing parties, with one claiming victory and attempting to take Wren back. The argument escalates into a philosophical debate about love, personal freedom, and the natural order. One side advocates for control, while the other defends the right to live authentically without conforming to others' expectations. A narrative shift occurs as someone addresses an audience about witnessing the previous events. They praise Vincent's escape from the nightmare and his strong convictions that even a god could not stop. The scene portrays the triumph of love over controlling forces. The story takes an unexpected turn when it is revealed that Wren is actually an angel. A dramatic confrontation occurs with Wren's brother, a powerful divine being, who strongly opposes the relationship between Wren and Vincent. The brother threatens to erase memories and destroy humanity with meteors. Vincent accepts a divine challenge to prove humanity's worth and fight for his relationship with Wren. His friends show surprising acceptance of the supernatural situation, offering support and encouragement as he prepares to face the trial. Vincent begins the trial in a sacred realm, facing increasingly difficult challenges. Despite the intimidating circumstances, he shows determination and skill in overcoming the obstacles presented by Wren's divine family members who oppose their relationship. Wren reveals her background as a protected divine being who chose to explore the world, leading to their meeting. Their love deepens through the trials as they commit to protecting each other. Vincent continues to face challenging questions and physical tests from Wren's brother. The trials intensify as Vincent progresses, demonstrating his capabilities and dedication. Each challenge reveals more about his character and determination to prove the worth of human love. The story builds toward a climactic confrontation that will determine the fate of their relationship. A tense confrontation unfolds as characters face a critical moment. Strong emotions of determination and resolve are expressed through declarations of destruction and elimination. The atmosphere is heavy with anticipation of an impending conflict. A touching moment emerges as plans for the future are discussed. Music becomes a central theme with aspirations to create happiness through performance. The bond between two individuals strengthens as they express their commitment to face challenges together. A dramatic encounter reveals itself as characters confront their destiny. The limitations of human nature become a focal point of discussion, leading to a philosophical question about the true nature of love. The tension builds toward a crucial decision. An epic battle begins against a formidable opponent, revealed to be a brother figure. The fight represents more than just physical conflict. It becomes a struggle for love and acceptance. The determination to prove that love prevails drives the confrontation. Victory is achieved, leading to revelations about true identities. What appeared to be angels are actually aliens from another star system, complete with memory alterations and missions. The truth about their presence on Earth and their role in human development comes to light. The power of a special piano is revealed, capable of affecting nightmares and opening human minds to new possibilities. Despite learning about supernatural origins, the bonds between characters remain unshaken, emphasizing that love transcends physical form. A meta-commentary explores the deeper themes of the story, discussing life choices, personal growth, and the journey to adulthood. The narrative celebrates the triumph of love over expectations and the importance of living authentically despite societal pressures. The story concludes with a successful musical performance that impacts the entire galaxy. Characters pursue new dreams, from wrestling to producing music. The power of belief in oneself and the strength found in supportive relationships leads to positive transformations for all involved.